Let me start off by asking y'all something. What has this nigga really done? I mean, what is he good for? Like, think about it for a second. Throughout three whole movies, what has Craig really accomplished? Well, that's exactly what I plan on getting into today. We're going to walk through the thoughts, tendencies, and habits of Craig from Friday, or as I like to call him, a bum ass nigga. Let's get into it. Let's start off with the first movie. Craig get fired on his day off. How he managed that, we will never know for certain. But what we do know is that he wasn't in a hurry to get another job. Instead of trying to maybe work with his dad or taking Smokey's only good advice throughout the whole movie and going down the street to fill out an application at the new gym that the little honey boo was working at, he tries to hide it all from his father and decides to chill out on the stoop with Smokey broke ass all day. It's crazy that Smokey has more emotion than Craig throughout this whole movie. You got to think about it, right? We know that Smokey has at least $100 from selling weed for Big Worm. We see him count the money out. Craig, this nigga only has a couple dollars to buy something from the store. That's all we see Craig. That's all the money we see Craig with. And Smokey took his ass to the store. This nigga ain't even got no car. Like, bro, what is you doing? Where's your motion? It's funny how Smokey is made out to be the one that's fucking up. And he is, don't get me wrong, but what's that saying? Birds of a feather flock together, and that nigga Craig ain't no better. And he really never gets any money either. They only end up getting enough money from Debo to pay back Big Worm, and that's about it. Maybe they get a little extra, but that's it. We don't even see this nigga working until the next movie. Not even the next movie, the movie after the next movie. That's two whole movies of unemployment. Speaking of the next movie, Craig ain't no better than next Friday either. In fact, he getting other niggas fired. Two people, in fact. Day Day and Stretch both got fired because Craig decided to walk his happy ass down to the record store. Now, I admit, Stretch and Day Day probably would have gotten fired either way, but the fact still remains Craig had a hand in it.
Is this your cousin? Yes, my cousin. Good. Then you fired.
That's just how it went down. And look at the contrast of how Craig and Day Day handled getting fired. Day Day is distraught. He liked his job. He didn't mind working. He was pissed that he got fired. And what was the first thing he did when he got back to the crib? He told his pops, looked him right in the face, and handled whatever came after.
And I got fired today.
Craig was not acting like that at all. He wanted to hide the fact that he got fired from his dad, and we don't see him angry or concerned about losing his job in the first movie. We don't even see Craig think about looking for another job throughout both the movies. Not an application, not an interview, not a damn thing. Again, the only way we see Craig coming up on some bread is stealing it from other people. Are you seeing a pattern here? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But let's keep it pushing to the third movie. Friday at the Next. Finally, we see this nigga actually working. It took three movies to see Craig actually punch a clock. The first thing I want to ask is, how in the hell did you get an apartment with no damn job? Honestly, if you want to keep it a buck, they probably just used the money they stole from the Mexicans in the second movie, and the landlord they were living under, obviously she shady as hell, so she probably didn't ask for pay stubs and nothing like that. But still though, both Craig and Day Day most likely didn't have jobs for weeks or months after they moved in. That's bum nigga activities. Now, I do have to give credit where credit's due, though. When we see Craig actually working, he really does take his job seriously. Craig does start off smoking weed on the job until a day to calm his ass down and get this easy money, right? But when it's time to actually do the job, he does the job and he does it well. You got to remember, Craig was the one that peeped the two thieves stealing from Money Mike's shop. Not only that, but he and Day both caught their asses red-handed. Not only that, but when Money Mike came out seeking revenge, he had the blade and all that. They both de-escalated the situation and made sure all parties involved didn't get hurt. I can't get mad at him for doing his job. It's just getting the actual job is the nigga's problem. The final thing I wanted to touch on is the ending of all three movies. They all have something in common. The paramount issue is that Craig faces in all three movies, they involve money. Or rather, not having it. He doesn't have enough of it. And it's all about his attempts at getting it. How does he solve these problems in all three movies? It ain't working. It's robbing and stealing. That is literally what he does in each and every one of the movies. In the first Friday, he took the money from Debo to pay back Big Worm after knocking him out. That's robbery, nigga. On top of that, that money was already stolen from Stanley earlier in the movie. Next Friday was the same thing, but different, right? Craig, Data, and Stretch sneak into the Migos house and steal thousands of dollars from them. That's literally breaking and entering. Are you seeing a pattern yet? And yeah, look, I get it. It's the hood. Sometimes you gotta get it how you live. Also, the people he was doing this shit to wasn't like actually very good people. But damn, bro, saying Craig ain't at least a little Grammy for all this shit is crazy. I'm damn sure not letting a nigga that like to steal in my crib. The third movie is a little bit different though. I can give him that at least because they are just stealing back the shit that was already theirs. So it's not that bad. But listen though, peep game. Everyone in the hood was getting robbed by Santa Claus. Did you see all that shit up in there? Jukeboxes, TVs, radios, and all that shit. You think Craig and Danny was gonna give all that shit back? Nigga, with you? Hell no.